Whenever you're ready.
Alright, hold on. Yo, my head literally hits this thing. Alright, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Alright.
Hey everybody, welcome to Muscle Car TV. Today we have a very special car for you, the Chevy CAMARO SS. Huge thanks to Hunter and Chevy 21 of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania for providing me the Camaro today to review for you guys. So basically we're going to go over some quick stats, then we're going to go for a drive and get our impressions of how this muscle car performs, you know, if you can daily the car, and also we're going to see, you know, how we just drove the Mustang yesterday, the new Mustang. We'll see how that compares. So some quick stats. We have a naturally aspirated 6.2 liter LT1 V8 with direct injection, variable valve timing, and also cylinder deactivation. So all these features, especially the variable valve timing and the direct injection, the cylinder deactivation, those three features make this V8 very, very efficient, especially when you're going around town and for everyday driving. You're getting 17 miles per gallon in the city and 27 on the highway. We have today the 8-speed automatic. We're going to be testing out it in sport mode, actually track. There's 4 modes in the car: Tour, Sport, Track, Snow, and Ice, and they all basically adapt the steering response, the throttle response, and the suspension settings, the suspension softness, firmness. And also, 0 to 60 for this car is in the mid 4 seconds. And also, we have 20-inch wheels all the way around, 245 width in the front, 275 width in the back, just because you need that good traction. If I didn't mention, we have 455 horsepower in this car, 455 pound-feet of torque. The new Mustang has 5 more horsepower than the new Camaro. But the exhaust note, we're going to have a cold start on the video. The exhaust note on this car is exceptional, especially from that 6.2 liter large displacement V8. We're gonna have a cold start, and it just sounds unbelievable, especially in track mode. It opens up the exhaust system. There's little butterfly valves that open up the exhaust, so we have a louder exhaust. So anyways, now we're gonna hit the road. We're gonna get our driving impressions, and let's get going. We are in track mode. The exhaust is open. We have increased throttle response. The steering wheel is a little bit stiffer, and the suspension we can really feel is stiffer. We're actually going to go on the highway right now and see how the car does. We're going to do a little pull quickly on the on-ramp. 0 to 60 very fast, and we actually have it in manual mode. The paddle shifter response is pretty good. Not the quickest. Redline is around 6,500 RPM. But one thing I noticed, especially in this Camaro, is, first of all, the handling so far is very good. And it's just a little cramped in here. I'm a 6'2" guy, and my head's actually touching the ceiling. I don't know if you guys can see that. But the visibility is very, very bad. That's for sure. Especially with the C-pillar, I really got to look over my head to see who is next to me. But I have my friend Liam in the back. Liam, tell us how the room is in the back. Can you fit an adult?
I am sitting in the back row like it is a couch. I've got my feet across.
Yep.
There's not a lot of leg room back here.
And then Hunter, how much room do you have in the front seat? Pretty decent?
I got a pretty decent amount of room.
It's a decent amount, but very good material. We have leather, we have Alcantara, and we also have these nice bolstered leathered seats.
But there is enough room for a car seat.
Yes. I'd say the back is mostly for kids. You know what I mean? You can't really fit an adult back there, right? All right, guys, so going over the interior, we have a flat bottom steering wheel with the SS badging. Oh, we gotta get over. This is not. But we have an 8-inch Chevy MyLink display that shows audio, phone, text messaging, navigation, all the MyLink apps. And also, one thing I really love about the Camaro is the air conditioning, the climate control. You control how much cooling and how much heating you want by just twisting the dial, and we're going to have a video. One thing I really like is the leather. Very high quality materials in the car. For a $50,000 car, that's what you would expect, but it's very very much like a traditional pony car. Not very good visibility. We have a sunroof here,
I think we could change the lighting in the car.
Yeah, we can also, one thing I forgot to mention was there's ambient lighting strips. that really make it feel like a high quality car. And they're around the infotainment system and on the door. So anyways, with the exhaust, guys, we have little cracks and pops in the back when we downshift, but the paddle shift response is pretty decent, pretty good. But the throttle response in track mode is unbelievable. Little fourth input, and the car is really going. So we talked about the interior, very nice. Materials, heated steering wheel, heated cooled seats. We're going to put on the cooled seats right here because it is pretty hot out, 65 today. Downshift, we're going to do another little pull. I'll just let you guys listen to it. Very impressive. Very fast car. Very fast car.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, we have LED lighting all the way around. We have LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights, and LED brake lights in the back with the turn signals.
In the video.
Yes, we'll put them over the video right now. But one thing I definitely like is the heads-up display. Me and Liam were just talking about that before. The heads-up display, with this car, you really don't want to look up when you're accelerating because you got to know where you're going. So we have the heads-up display showing me I'm going 40 miles per hour. I'm in third gear right now. You know, it's one of those things where it helps out a lot. Also, aero features. We have a spoiler on the back, deck lid spoiler, air vents on the hood that help with cooling the engine, just because that huge engine produces a lot of heat. And we have a front splitter in the front for increased downforce and increased traction. We're going to do another little pull up here. We're going to actually get off. We're going to go the other way so we can go a little faster than this. But other things, the handling, especially in track mode, the handling is perfect. You feel like this is on rails. I'm really, you know, we're going pretty slow on the highway, but really any little input, it's sending me in the direction I want to go. Suspension in track mode, pretty decent. I mean, it's very firm, just like anything, you know, just like any performance car. But, you know, driving impressions, very good handling, very good acceleration on the car, but it really feels like it's matted to the road. And we're going to try to get off here.
These cold seats are awesome.
Yeah, aren't they nice? Aren't they nice? I know I'm going to miss them. This guy. All right. Woo! Can't speak anymore. It's a fun car, you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Also in the interior, guys, we have two manual, the tachometer and the speedometer on the right, but we also have a nice digital display in the middle that shows things like oil pressure, battery voltage, and it's all customizable. So now we're going to talk about the exterior a little bit of the car. We have the classic 5th gen Camaro look, the black bow ties, and LED lighting all the way around. It's really one of my favorite looking cars, especially you look at the new Camaros, the 2019 Camaro, the refresh. Really, it doesn't look as good. I feel like the front is a little bit of a mess design-wise, but I love the mesh, the black gloss mesh grille, honeycomb grille in the front, the smaller on the top and the larger on the bottom. And the SS, just the looks of this is so aggressive, especially with the lighting and the two grills in the front, the splitter, the spoiler, all the aero features, makes it really look like an aggressive car. And driving-wise, it's a beautiful drive, and we're gonna just get some footage now of me driving it. You can hear that exhaust note. So now after highway driving, we're gonna go on some back roads, and we're gonna put it in sport right now. See the difference, because track with the suspension was very stiff, and sport should soften it up a little bit. So we're gonna take off. We're actually in paddle shift mode right now. Transmission, I would say, is very good. I don't want to put it in automatic mode because I just want to actually see I want to have control of the gears because we are going on some back roads here. And we're going to see how the handling is. Still a little rough in sport mode, but not as bad as track. 0 to 60, like I said, is in 4 seconds flat with the automatic. So very fast car, and also traction. The 275s in the back provide a lot of traction. I haven't seen any slip just yet. But very fun car, very fun car. I just drove the Charger a couple days ago, and different car. It's very nimble on its feet compared to the Charger, which is a little bigger than the Forest. And the funny thing is even in fourth gear at around 2,000 RPM, throttle response is immediate as soon as I put down the pedal. And very, very fun car. Very fun car. One I could see myself driving. And especially now, you're comparing it to the Mustang. It's one of these rivalries that will go on till the end of automotive time, and will go on forever. And this car, I mean, I just drove the Mustang yesterday. It feels very similar. It's a little bit more squeezed in here, and the engine is it's a larger displacement engine, 6.2 liters compared to 5 liter. And you can tell the power. It's got, the new Mustang technically has more horsepower, but this one just feels special. You know what I mean? You feel like you're in a low sports car that, you know, the handling going around these curves is really, really good. You know, wherever I point it, the car goes, and that's a great feeling, especially in a 400, 500 horsepower car. And this car has cylinder deactivation. So you can go down to a V6, you can go down to an inline 4, depending on what the car's computer tells. The variable valve timing helps with RPM, you know, changing the valve, the amount of time the valves are open for greater performance or greater efficiency. Because I think this car does have eco mode, so if you do want to save some money with gas, you could do it. But it's one of those things where GM is really looking to say the future. We need more efficient V8 engines so we can stay around longer. But it's one of these cars that it's very special, and you know, in 10 years, hopefully, it won't be a twin turbo V6, because there's something about large displacement V8s that really get you going. You know what I mean? It's the power, it's the sound, and I really like the automatic. The automatic transmission is very smooth. It almost feels like a dual clutch. The shift times are very quick and very smooth. You know, really don't get jolted that much unless you're going full throttle. You can also hear backfiring in the exhaust, which is it's a good sound, especially when you downshift. But it's an exciting car, very exciting car. It's something that you can really compare, and for a couple of years, these were better than the Mustangs, the last gen Mustang. Now they've, you know, come up to speed with the 2018 Mustang, but the 8-speed automatic, actually, for the new generation Camaro, they are going to the 10-speed automatic that is in the current ZL1, which is a car I'd love to review in the future. But like I said, a huge thanks again to Chevy 21. We're going to have a link in the description, so you can, if you want to check out more information about this car in the dealership, you can click on the link. And like I said, huge thanks to them again for letting us review the car today. Very exciting. Let's do a little pull right now. We're going to downshift. Here we go.
Throws you back in your seat. And that was, we got a very fun, and my colleague, my friend Liam's gonna get in next. He's antsy back there. He wants to get in. And we're gonna do one last big pull on the highway, and but the acceleration is unbelievable in this car. Very fun. I mean, especially from not even in 4,000 RPM. We're in the low power band of 2,000 RPM. You just get all that 500 pound-feet of torque, and it's just amazing. We're gonna see if we can do it. I just want to do accelerations all day, you know? The Hunter's like, oh, yeah, excited. Woo! Pedal to the metal, guys. You're up to 60 in 3.5, 4 seconds. Very exciting car. The heads-up display helps out so much. But just the power band, I mean, I'll probably get like 4 miles a gallon. But it's a fun car. The automatic, the shifting's great. The throttle response, the exhaust, the power from this LT1 engine is unbelievable. And we're only in a $50,000 car. I mean, for this type of performance, you're getting, it's a bargain. The amount of performance you're getting for 50 grand, you're getting 500 horsepower, huge V8 engine, very efficient too with the variable valve timing, the direct injection, and the cylinder deactivation. Like I said, you need eco, you get eco. You want performance, you have performance. You have great grip with the 275 tires, and it's just a fun car. It's a very, very fun car. That's what all these cars are about, is performance
and just going out for a nice drive. So we're gonna wrap this video up. Final thoughts on the Camaro SS. Overall, a great performance car. The negatives, the visibility, the interior space, but everything else is positive. The acceleration, me and Liam both drove it. We had a great time. The acceleration of the 6.2 liter V8, the styling of the Camaro, the fastback look, the aero features, the splitter, the spoiler in the back, and also the fuel efficiency of the cylinder deactivation and the direct fuel injection of the 6.2 liter LT1.
25 miles a gallon.
Right now, exactly. I'm just driving very conservatively. I'm in paddle shift mode, but I'm getting 34 miles a gallon. I'm just short shifting the hell out of it just because we got to get back to the dealership. But overall, I give this car, I would rank this over the Mustang. It's an exciting car. Just the exhaust note, and you really get the looks in this car, especially with the LED lighting and the sharp looks of the exterior. But thanks guys for tuning in. Overall, I would give this car an 8 out of 10, just with the convenience. Also the tech, I forgot to mention the tech. We have LED screens, we have LED accent lights we got going on right now, and it's just a modern car with great performance, 500 horsepower, 455 pound-feet of torque, and of course rear-wheel drive. But next video is the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Please tune in for that, and we'll see you guys next time.